Hi, everybody. We're here with Denver Branders at his workshop. Thank you very much for the invite.
Absolute pleasure.
We're going to have a look at a couple of the cars that are on the workshop, and then we're going to start talking a bit about the 1 hour endurance race that's coming up at our next meeting.
Yeah.
So we start with your car. Let's have a look at this beast.
Yeah, Trev, basically, I think everybody knows this is a GT A-spec car. A-spec being full slicks, B-spec being intermediate. It's a 1UZ Lexus V8 turbocharged. It's got a H-pattern gearbox in it with Ken from M-Trax internal, straight cut dog box. Very, very nice gearbox. And yeah, the car is super quick. It's a little bit beyond my talent.
Okay.
And slowly as we grow, so I'm getting it quicker and quicker. It depends on how much kahunas I got for the day. But very quick.
What type of lap times are you getting down at Desi's?
I've managed to get down to 15.1.
Okay, that's pretty quick.
And yeah, my goal is to hopefully get into the 14s for this next meeting.
Okay, sure. Okay. Also, you do the endurance series. Do you do it in this vehicle as well?
No. So the endurance series we do in these cars, which are basically the backdraft production race cars. All these cars, basically, as you see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, these cars are all spec'd identical. The drivetrain, the engine, the gearbox, and the diff, you're not allowed to touch. Wheels, tires are spec'd as Dunlops, you're not allowed to touch. The only things you're allowed to play with on these cars is you're allowed to play with the exhaust system, you're allowed to play with spring rates if you want, and you can do alignment and you can do tuning.
Okay. So these are the same cars that Brian hires out as well?
Correct. So these are privately owned vehicles.
Yeah.
These aren't part of the backdraft. They are part of the backdraft team under the umbrella, but they belong to private individuals.
Cool. Right. I see you have some other vehicles that you look after as well.
Yeah, obviously, this is Peter Blofield's car that I built for him about 4 years ago, and now belongs to Willem Bleeker. A very nice, quick little A-class car. Well, was an A-class car. Willem's still working his way into that.
Okay.
And then we do a lot of prepping. There's another Cobra in the back. That's Peter Blofield's very quick Cobra lying in the back there. That car actually held the track record at Desi with Mark McLaughlin behind it. It did a 12.
Sure, 1 minute 12 around Desi.
Yeah. And then Pete decided to buy it, and but I think as we go along, we've realized even my car. I mean, I'm stuck with a car that's quick in the front, and I'm going nowhere. You're having your own little race by yourself. So I think Peter and myself have made a staunch decision. We're going to set up and we're going to move on to production and race with these boys.
Okay, all right. And I see we've got a historic car as well.
Yeah, so that's all Dave Armstrong's little Escort. Nice little car, well prepared, very quick, nice engine. Meredith Willis built the motor, I believe. Okay. And I just look after the car. But John, that's a very, very nice little car.
Cool. All right, let's get on to. I also race in slicks. I actually thought they raced on.
No, the retros you can run full slicks.
Okay. All right.
And as they will do.
Okay. Turning to our next race meeting. Yeah. Finally, we're getting an endurance race. I know it's been a passion of yours for a while to try and do awesome. It, and I think Brian as well.
I think so. And I think Tony, we work closely with Tony and Brian and Llewellyn, and to put this together. And I think it's going to be an exceptional event. I think once people cotton onto the endurance racing and how it works, and not just a fun event, but an actual true endurance where there's a strategy involved and team swapping and driver swapping, and it's going to be very, very good for the club. I think the club's going to do very well out of it, and with Tony's blessing and backing from Backdraft, I think it's going to do well.
There's some nice combinations. I'm hearing all sorts of whispers in the background.
Yeah,
too.
I mean the entries open literally I think it was Friday.
Yep.
And within the same day we had over 20 entries for the 1 hour.
Yeah.
So it's I think it's showing a lot of interest. It's going to be awesome. I'm super excited. And we'll see how it works out.
Just on that, the entries and that, you can share a car and you can do the race by yourself.
100%. You can share the car, you can race by yourself. It's a very simple ruling. You have a compulsory 4-minute pit stop.
Okay.
So if you're racing by yourself and you don't need to fill up, so you've got a big tank and you're fine, you just pull in, stop the car, you've got a 4-minute compulsory stop. You can have a sip of water, take your helmet off. 4 minutes is actually quite long when you're sitting in a car waiting to go out again.
Yeah.
Then basically jump in and carry on with the rest of the stint. If you're sharing a car, you've got time to do more than enough time. 4 minutes is more than enough to do a driver change and a splash of fuel, and you're off you go again.
What do you see the guys doing? Just basically a one-stopper? You don't think anybody will be doing a
No,
two-stopper?
I think it's going to be 1 or 2 cars that like modifieds. I know like particular Willems entered his Polo into the 1 hour.
Okay, cool.
And he's going to need to do at least 3 stops. You know,
Okay.
the 20-litre tank, they're going to need to do it.
Nobody's actually come back asking to increase the tank capacity or anything like that?
No, I think the Oaks is a little bit, how can I say, a little bit green on endurance racing.
Okay.
So I don't think anybody wants to just throw money yet and start spending. But as soon as they get hooked on endurance, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oaks will be putting in nice second tanks and bigger tanks, and you know it's a really awesome. And I mean, 1 hour is only the start of it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we can extend it to a 3 hour at a later stage. But Tony Martin has indicated he'd like it to be a championship event within the championship. So for next year, if this takes off well, we're going to look at doing it every single meeting. So, and he'll run that event. When I say run the event, he'll sponsor the event, trophies, prize money.
Okay.
And that'll be purely a backdrop 1 hour.
That would be at the end of the day.
Yeah, the last race today.
Okay. Cool. That sounds very interesting.
That's going to be
awesome.
awesome.
We're really looking forward to seeing the pairings and the different cars and that. Any outside entries coming in from Joburg? And
I've got indication that Mo Barsha is going to bring 2 cars. He's doing testing this week at Swartkop, so if that goes well, he's in. And hopefully Craig Zank promised 3, but it looks like he's down to 1.
Okay.
So East London guys, unfortunately, it clashes with the Fords and Friends event at PE, which is the following weekend, so they are unable to make it.
Okay, cool. So you guys have heard it. Get down to Desi's for the first 1 hour endurance race at the end of the exciting new 3-lap format, or 3-race format, should I say, 7-lap 3 format.
Yeah.
You enjoying that as well?
I only got to do 2 laps. I think we should reduce it to 2 laps, and my car can survive. But I think definitely it's everybody. The feedback is great. Everybody prefers the 7-lap.
Yeah, I saw that a lot of comments from the crowd and from the drivers and that. Yeah, so
we got to make the club hungry and excited, and I think that's what we're doing.
Yeah, cool, awesome, guys. We'll see you on the 7th.
Perfect.